On Sunday, Kirk Cousins was quick on the draw all day, getting the ball out before the Panthers defense could mount their pressure attack. The tactic of putting a receiver or tight end in the path of the Panthers' most prolific pass rushers dampened their effectiveness and resulted in no sacks for Haason Reddick or Brian Burns. The speedy style culminated in 373 passing yards and 3 touchdowns against the league's top-ranked pass defense. That performance was capped with a 27-yard TD pass to the Vikings' KJ Osborne during overtime. The score saved the Vikings' 34-28 win over the Panthers after Greg Joseph missed a possible game-winning field goal from 47 yards late in regulation.
Obviously, disappointed in the outcome of that game. Obviously we made a little run at the end to push it to overtime. I was proud to show that type of grit and all that, but for most of the game they certainly outplayed us. Went down and made a great drive at the end to win it, and we'll have to improve and try to win next week.
The Panthers' issues, however, started with the first play of the game, when quarterback Sam Darnold, in an early effort to pull off a big opening play, had a pass intended for Robbie Anderson intercepted by Bashaud Breeland. The offense would spend the rest of the half trying to get in sync.
Obviously it's never good, first play of the game, throwing an interception, but it's just trying to take a deep shot there, and I felt like it wasn't there, scrambled around, and then obviously just gave the DB a little bit of with my ball placement, gave the DB some room to make a play on it.
Despite pressure from the Vikings, Darnold did spread the ball around more than in previous games, but came up mostly empty in the first half due to a plethora of dropped passes. Darnold finished the game 17 of 41 for 207 yards. Robbie Anderson, who declined to talk with the media after the game, dropped several passes. The combined efforts of DJ Moore and Anderson failed to reel in as many as 6 passes. The Panthers' offensive line, still searching for fluidity, left Darnold open to extensive harassment by the Vikings pass rush, which sacked Darnold 4 times.
You're frustrated, but you just go back and look at the tape, get it over with. When I had 2 drops, the 2 drops is on me that I got to make them catches at the end of the day to help Sam out. Can't speak on Robbie on how he feel about it, but I know he's pretty upset about it too.
For myself, I got to get the ball out. I think that's a big thing. Just making sure that we're on time with all of our routes, and for me and my feet, everything's got to be working in sync. I think that's really where we're going to start. It's all about trust as a quarterback. You got to trust the O-line to block. You got to trust the receivers to run and catch the football.
The missteps by the offense took their toll on the defense as well. Vikings running back Dalvin Cook returned from an ankle injury for his first game since September 17th and managed to be a large percentage of the Panthers' troubles, scampering to 140 yards on the ground after a fourth quarter where he looked unstoppable. The Vikings' air attack was led by Adam Thielen, who finished with 11 receptions for 126 yards and a touchdown. It was a costly day for the Panthers' defense as the Vikings finished the day with 571 yards of total offense. Panthers linebacker Haason Reddick remained confident the team could turn things around.
What's this? The sixth game, the 6th one. We got 11 more opportunities at the end of the day, right? The season isn't over, not even close. So, just watch the film, making sure everybody understands that we have to learn from our mistakes, but flush it down the tank, and get ready to go on the road and win one on the road.
The Panthers pushed further away from their training camp motto of "Don't beat ourselves" on Sunday, with miscues primarily on the offensive side of the ball. Those moments showed the team has a lot of work due regarding communication. At one point in the ballgame, Darnold called a second consecutive timeout that resulted in a delay of game penalty. Those types of miscues were not as costly on the stat sheet, however. The Panthers only racked up 6 penalties for 28 yards in contrast to the Vikings' 11 penalties for 98 yards.
I was obviously happy to see him make a couple plays on the last drive to get us back in it, but yeah, there was, just like many of us, there was too many missed opportunities out there, and you just need a bunch of guys to make plays. And my point is, when you see like Chuba take that speed sweep, Tommy catch the shovel pass, Ian make a play down the middle of the field, we're going to talk a lot about Sam, but I think Sam just needs a bunch of guys making plays, and I think that helps him obviously. And we needed more.
The Panthers special teams played well and gave the team a boost in the third quarter when Kenny Robinson scooped up the ball and scored from a Frankie Louvu block of the Vikings punt attempt. The team will start to put the pieces back together with thoughts of running the ball more often, according to head coach Matt Rule.
Yesterday, to me, when you really go back and watch the game, is we ran the football well. We just have not been committed enough to running it, and that's going to change. I can just tell you right now. You'll see a vastly different look from us moving forward. We're not going to line up and drop back and throw it 40 times a game and think that that's going to win the game for us. We're going to redefine who we are, and we're going to run the football, and we're going to protect our quarterback, and we're not going to turn the ball over anymore. And that's the only way that we're going to win.
The bright spots? Fans got to see Chuba Hubbard garner 61 yards on 16 attempts en route to his first NFL touchdown, as well as the grit this young team has started to develop. But still searching for an identity, they begin preparations on Monday for next week's matchup against the Giants.